Hi everyone, Raptor here. Today I'm going to be playing a league with Walt Habmo. This is a net that I have played in the past. I believe I won my first challenge with this. It was right after the bannings of Yash and all the blue cards, so it was kind of funny, because I think the net at the time was much worse in terms of how it was built. It was playing cards like Celestia Guildgate and Guildgate Rock Farm, so it was kind of wild. But since then, I think I've learned a lot in terms of deck building, so I think this shell is a little bit better than the earlier iterations. And yeah, let's kind of hop into it and talk about this list. So if you're unfamiliar with how this deck works, let's kind of run through it real quick. You play cards like, let's pull up the display pane while we're here. So you have cards like Axebane Guardian, you have cards like Sunset Familiar, and Overgrown Battlement. All of these generate you mana, right? Overgrown Battlement and Axebane Guardian both literally provide you mana, but Sunset Familiar reduces the cost of your spells, so over time it's essentially generating mana, reduces the cost of both blue and green spells, which is actually relevant in a deck like this. Most of our spells are blue and green. The other part that's really nice about this is that Mnemonic Wall is an offender, so it works with both Axebane Guardian and Overlord Battlement. So we're generating a ton of mana, and we're drawing a ton of cards with things like Monitor and Sea Oracle. So what? Well, the idea is that you can kind of play a game similar to Tron. If you have played Tron in the past when it was viable, you had ways to generate a ton of mana, and you can draw a ton of cards, and you would play the flicker effects like Ghostly Flicker and Ephemerate. The idea with this build, though, is that you have a combo finish, which Tron never really had. I guess maybe if you consider Aroma Horror a combo, then that works, but we have a literal combo of infinite mana and then dealing essentially infinite damage, and that involves our first name class. So how does this work? First name class reads that when a creature enters the battlefield, under your control this turn, you can put a +1/+1 counter on it, and it gains haste. We don't really care that much about the +1/+1 counter, but the haste is the big part. Although, to be fair, the +1/+1 counter is also pretty relevant, but we definitely care more about the haste in terms of enabling the combo. So the idea is that if you have an Axebane Guardian in play and it taps for 4 mana or more, or if it taps for 3 mana and you have, like, say, a Sunset Ape in play, the idea is that you play first Ape class, so now it has haste, right? And then what you do is you have a Mnemonic Wall in play, and you tap it for, say, 4 mana, right? Then what you do is you play Ghostly Flicker, exiling Mnemonic Wall and Axebane Guardian. So Mnemonic Wall gets back Ghostly Flicker, and then Axebane Guardian comes back into play, right? But when it comes back into play, it has a +1/+1 counter, and it has haste. So you can tap it again for mana, right? And you can keep doing this over and over and over again and generate infinite mana, right? So that's awesome. What's the payoff? Well, the idea is that eventually you'll have 2 Mnemonic Walls in play, you'll have infinite mana of every color, and then you will keep replaying first name class, right? First name class, it stacks, meaning if I cast one first name class, and then it has another first name class, and then it has, say, a Moldrifter, it's gonna come into play with 2 +1/+1 counters, right? So for every first name class I play, my creatures get that many +1/+1 counters. So the idea is that once you have infinite mana, you keep replaying first name class, and then you can flicker your Molnifters, you can just play the Molnifters, it doesn't really matter. But you make giant Molnifters, 10/10s, 20/20s, however, many counters you want to have. And then from there, if your opponent has any blockers, you can use cards like Introduction to Annihilation to essentially remove them, get them out of the way, and then kill them with your 20/20, Molnifter. In a weird way, it's kind of like playing Dark Depths and Pauper, where you make a giant 20/20 and kill them in one shot. Except this is a Molnifter, so uh, there is technically a second win condition as well. You can kill your opponent with Deep Analysis. So the idea here is that you generate infinite mana, and then you just keep playing Deep Analysis targeting your opponent. This is not very common, and I don't really like to do it because it's very slow on Magic Online, and I don't really find it very enjoyable. However, if you were to play this deck in paper, this is totally a valid win condition, and it's very easy to execute. But Magic Online does have a clock, so you do have to be wary about that. If you do think this is a relevant point of interaction, I would recommend playing Compulsion Research instead. That card makes them draw 3 cards, which helps speed up the process a little bit more. But I think currently Deep Analysis is a little bit better because of things like fairies and stuff like that. So in terms of the rest of the deck, we have cards like Abundant Growth, which is kind of like our Prophetic Prism in a way. This deck actually used to play Prophetic Prism. It was actually really helpful because it let you go infinite with Overgrown Battlement. You can do is you can tap it for green mana with first aid class, and then if you had a Prophetic Prism in play, you can tap it to get blue, flip in the Prophetic Prism to draw a card, and keep doing that. There were some nice angles that were actually beneficial that we no longer have access to, so it's unfortunate, but Abundant Growth is one of my favorite cards. We'll have to make do with that. And then we have, Missile Teachings, we have Moments Piece to go with that, we have a couple Prohibits just to countermatch it, and then we have Balsam Morales just to get better guys, and then, Ephemerate and Earthly Flicker. And then we have a Rain of Revelation, which is a way for us to tutor card advantage with Mystical Teachings, which is really nice. And then in terms of the mana base, it's not pretty. I'm still messing around with the numbers, so, you know, I have the 4 Ash Barons, and then I have 3 Simic Growth Chambers, because we're primarily a blue-green net, if you notice. The only off-color cards are the 4 Sunscapes, and then the 1 First and Ephemerate, so primarily blue-green. And then I have 1 Mountain and 1 Plains. In prior builds, I used to have Prophetic Prism, as I've stated, but I do not have that anymore. I have to play cards like the Snow-Covered Mountain and the Snow-Covered Plains, which, is a little rough on the mana, but I think you can make it work. You can also look into cards like Urban Utopia, which is like a 2-mana Abundant Growth. There are options out there to kind of make the mana situation a little bit better, but for the time being, I think what we have here is okay, and I'm willing to try it out. In terms of the sideboard, we have Fiery Cannon in as a sweeper, we have Moments Beast against the aggressive nets, we have Gorilla Shaman for affinity, we have Introduction to Annihilation as a good catch-all against problematic permanents, we have Pyroblast for the blue nets, we have Hydroblast for the red nets, we have Weather the Storm for burn, and we have Nature's Claim as sort of a catch-all. I've noticed that things like Pestilence are starting to become a little bit more popular, so having something like Nature's Claim definitely seems helpful in that matchup. So all in all, I don't hate this card, and I'm interested to try it out. We can also, what's really kind of cool, is we can blow up our own Abundant Growth if we have to gain 4 life. Not really the ideal mode on this card, but something to look into. So yeah, that is the deck, and let's hop into some games. Alright, so we're met for match number 1. And we are on the play. So this hand is either very good or very bad. It depends on the matchup. If we're in something like, say, Heroic, or Bottles, or Stop Me, or even Elves, you can make an argument for a hand like this. I'm going to keep it for science, but it would definitely be a miss. No doubt about that. Turn 1 Abundant Growth is fine, though. Typically, your best hands with this deck are like turn 1 Abundant Growth and a turn 2 Wall, and then you just, go off to the races. One of the issues with the net like this is that it is difficult to lower the herb and fit it all in. Abundant Growth certainly helps with that, but at the same time, hard to find cards that kind of work with that. So we're going to play Abundant Growth, and then, well, meeting a turn 2 plays, we have the Battlement. So yeah, that's really good. Helps definitely speed up a lot for us in terms of generating mana and sort of in and off the ground floor. And yeah, we'll see what our opponent is on. Our hand is either very good or very bad. Just have to wait and see. Alright, so our opponent played a mountain, but they didn't do anything. So it's possible that they are on burn, which if that is the case, this hand is not the best. However, most burn players do not keep hands that don't do anything turn 1. So I'm expecting that they're on a Boros Bully variant, perhaps. Could also be burn, but I'm feeling it's probably Bully at this point, but it's one of those 2 decks. Maybe it's something fringe that I'm not aware of, but I would think that it's probably one of those 2 things. Alright, my opponent conceded, so I am guessing that... Wait, I win the match? Oh. Okay, hey, I'll take the free win, so yeah, I promise this is not... that's funny. Yeah. Alright, so we won match 1, and I'll see you guys in match 2. Alright, so we're met for round number 2. This hand is definitely sketchy, and I do not think I want to keep it. The problem is that if we don't draw a blue source, we're kind of screwed. We are in the draw, so you could gamble, but I don't like doing that, and I like to kind of have more functional hands. I'm gonna keep this one, not in love with it, but I don't want to earn a 5. We have a lot of ramp, we have a lot of ways to generate mana, but we're lacking that early card draw that we would like. So we'll kind of have to wait and see. Okay, so Missile Teachings is not bad. We do have a copy of Rain of Revelation in the main board, and I have it specifically for reasons like this. I found that if I didn't have card draw that I could find with Teachings, it was pretty difficult to be able to kind of keep the gas flowing, right? You really kind of needed something like that. So, big fan of that. Bonus is right now as well. So here I'm going to play Overgrown Battlements. The reason being is that Overgrown Battlements into Sunscape generates more mana than Sunscape into Battlement, because the Battlement has Summoning Sickness, so you don't get the mana right away. It looks like they do not have access to red mana, so that's a good thing for us, because it means they're not going to get to Outblast any of our things. Well, now they do. I am a little concerned about an Outblast here, but, they have it, they have it. One of the things about Affinity that makes it kind of tough is that they have a ton of hard draw. Their hard draw is really difficult to keep up with, so kind of a race in that regard. In terms of this particular spot here, I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to probably take 4 from the Mirror Enforcer, and then maybe even a little bit more from this Disciple of the Vault. However, the ideal situation is that if they don't heal any of my things, I'll be able to Mystical Teachings for, say, a Pulse Marasa or a Prohibit, and maybe from there it'll allow us to be in an okay position. But they could have an Outblast here, and then things could get a little bit dicey. Okay, so they do have an Outblast. I am going to still cast the Teachings and use my mana. Question is, what do I want to grab here? I think the answer is probably Ephemerate. The reason being is that next turn, if they don't have any more interaction, I can go Evoke a Monitor and then Ephemerate it. So I'm going to take 5 here, though, which is quite a bit of damage. It's not great, but they are looking to be kind of low on cards, so that's not the worst thing in the world. So now that I do the island, I'm going to play it, and I'm going to evoke my Monitor here. The reason being is that I'm not going to use the green mana right away, because I want to save it for Moment's Peace in case I do something kind of scary. The thing about Affinity is that it can kind of kill you out of nowhere, so even though they don't have ATOG anymore, they still have access to cards like Disciple of the Vault and Makeshift Munitions. As you can see here, they top get the Thought Pass, and this is where things spiral really crazy. So they do a Thought Pass, now they do the Deadly Dispute, and they're just off to the races. This is why Affinity is still a good deck even after the ATOP ban, is that it just churns through its library, and it draws cards like it's nobody's business, right? It's like, it's no big deal. So, unfortunately there, they weren't able to get the ball rolling again, and now we kind of have to be concerned. And that's what makes Affinity so good, is that it's always just like a draw step away from going from 0 cards in hand to like 7. Like, I think last turn they had 2, and now they have 6. And they paid a total of like, what, 3 mana to do that? So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty scary. So it looks like here they're going to attack with just the, oh, okay. Yeah, there's an attack with both of these, that's fine. I'm still in a Moment's Peace, though. It's not really close in my mind. I really just do not want to get in the range of something like Galvanic Blast or a Makeshift Munitions. That's just a little too much for me. So it looks like this is a Munitions, unfortunately. No, it's a Lace Fiend. Okay, so that's a lot less scary. Makeshift Munitions is really what I'm worried about right now. They only play 2, but if they can get one out here, I'm going to be dead pretty quickly. In this current spot, I have to ask myself, what do I want to do? I have a couple options here, but it's going to be kind of tough. What I could do is I could play the Mnemonic Wall, ramming the Moment's Peace, and buy myself some time. I'm not the biggest fan of that, because I need to be progressing my board state, and I can still flashback the Moment's Peace. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just lean on the Oracle and see where this takes me. Okay, so I saw an Overgrown Battlement and a Sunscape Familiar. Battlement is very good in terms of generating mana. However, I'm going to take the Sunset because this allows me to flash at the moment's piece, which I do think is relevant. I'm not going to attack here, I'm just going to pass the turn, and I believe it is correct to just upkeep the moment's piece. This does tell them that I am shielded down, but there's nothing I can really do anyways, and I think just flashing at the moment's piece on their upkeep to play around random spell pierces or dispels is fine. These lists are kind of all over the place right now. Kind of hard to know exactly when everyone's on. But I think doing that right now is fine. Ugh, they hit another Deadly Dispute. That card has really made Affinity very, very frightening. But yeah, now that it has access to so many draw twos and mana generation, it's really scary. And now they have a double Disciple, so I can just be dead here. Once they start getting a lot of Disciples out, you're in rough shape. So it looks like this might be a Munitions. That's another Deadly Dispute. Ugh, I might just be dead. They might just go, Disciple, Outlast, Outlast. Yep, I'm dead. Wow, yeah, that is brutal. That is the power of Affinity. You saw how they were able to just go from nothing to everything in the course of a couple turns. And yeah, I mean that's why this deck is so good. Their hard draw, their raw draw power is just so potent. But yeah, I mean we were almost stable there. We were next turn we were able to cheat things for 2 mana. We had some options, but unfortunately did not quite come together. So, in terms of sideboarding, I think Fiery Cannonade is fine. I do like Nature's Chant. Cannonade looks weird on the surface. Maybe I only want one, but my thought process is that they're going to have cards like Disciple, so being able to deal with that seems like a pretty big deal. I still like first game class because I think combo healing is going to be important. Deep Analysis feels a little too slow and clunky for the matchup, so I'm going to get rid of that. Hydroblast has honestly lost a lot of stop because I don't play that many red spells anymore. They only have like Outblast and Munitions, and that's about it. Yeah, I guess maybe it's better than Prohibit in that regard, but it's still pretty close. So I have to make a couple more cuts. I think Oracle is fine. I do like having a couple moment space to help buy some time against what they're doing, but I think it's probably going to be like maybe like one teachings. This card's like not that critical. The matchup's too fast. I guess I'm hunting teachings. I don't hate hunting Raider Revelation. To be honest, in the past I have both deep analysis anyways, so I don't hate doing that. I think that's fine. Alright, so we are back for the sideboard game here. We're going to be on the play, and this hand is really sketch. I'm going to keep it, but it's really sketch. The reason why I'm keeping it is that I can turn to Familiar, and then I can play Axebane Guardian, or if it lives, I can pulse back my Ash Barons and get my Blue Source online. But, if they have, a really insane start here, it's gonna be rough. Definitely gonna be rough, that's for sure. Oh, I hit the wrong land. Well, that wasn't fun. Well, I guess it kinda worked out, but yeah, I was on autopilot, I was thinking like, "Oh, I need green for Pulse Marasa," and, yeah, then I hit the green forest instead of the plains for the Sunscape. But yeah, that was not great. But hopefully we can bounce back. Alright, I'm gonna play Axebane Cell because it is more mana efficient this way, in that if it lives, I get more mana next turn. It's probably going to die for what it's worth. But if by some miracle it doesn't, the next turn I get to go Abundant Earth, Sunscape into Seeking Oracle, which is pretty nice, pretty nice. I don't think it's going to live, but we'll wait and see. Alright, so they have an Outlast here, which is to be expected. So we're gonna play Abundant Earth here, and then, yeah, we'll see what happens. So it looks like they don't have any pressure, which is good for us, but it does mean that we could be in a, yeah, okay, so they have a Deadly Dispute, they're gonna start drawing a ton of cards here, and, yeah, we'll kind of have to wait and see, but this is definitely concerning. Once again, that's just the issue with Affinity, is that there's really no other deck in the format that can keep up with the raw draw power on that deck. You look at something like Molder for Ephemerate, and it's a joke compared to what that deck is able to do. It just sees so many cards for so few mana. As long as that's legal, it will always be a contender, and that's just what makes this deck hit. It's just, you churn through your deck so quickly, that as long as you have more resources and more cards than your opponent, doesn't always matter what you're doing. Yeah, so we have a Snowherman Island there. Here's a good draw. Despite my pretty misplay there, we're still in the game. Okay, so it looks like they're going to play oh, they're cycling. Okay, that's interesting. Are they looking for like a Pyroblast perhaps? Nope, okay, they didn't find it. Fine, I'm gonna take a Prohibit. Prohibit can potentially stop problems in the future. As it currently stands, though, we're definitely in kinda iffy shape, but Prohibit does help kind of slow the train down a little bit. If I find it really common, I actually think I'm in really good shape. We're really common to blow up 3 of their lands right off the bat, which is not nothing. So, alright, first day of class. Not the worst, but not the best either. I think I'm going to lead off on Earthly Flicker, flickering the island and the Oracle, and see what they do. Okay, so it resolved. The reason why I'm doing this is I don't really care about the damage. That's not really what I consider valuable in this spot, and I would much rather just get some cards, keep the train moving, so to speak. Here I'm actually really close to armor healing, like really close to armor healing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pass here. The idea is that, so I have 1, 2, 3, okay, 1,000 is fine. Don't care about that one. It is gonna pump this guy, but it's not really something I'm too concerned about. I'm not really the biggest fan of lacing just because my biggest gripe with it is that you don't really have a way to protect it, and it's pretty weak. I'm just gonna bump these here. The problem with this card though is that it's really weak to things like lightning bolts and things like electricity, suffocating fumes. People are already playing those against your deck, right? Not great. So my opponent's flooding here, which is really good for us. They can do all the mirror forces they want. I don't really mind that. As long as they're not going Thoughtcast and Link Dispute, I'm much less concerned. Much less concerned. Grab my Axe main here, see if I can get him into play. Alright, that's good. That's good. Alright, so we do a land, so let's think about this. So I can go first name class, and then Axe main. Yeah, no, I'm still short. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just play the Axe main and pass the turn. And then if it's trying to heal it, I think I want to prohibit because I find it unlikely they'll be able to deal with it from this position. I guess they have like Yamato Blast and Heartland Shaman, it's unfortunate. Yeah, so like this is tough. This is tough because yeah, I'm gonna go for it. If they end up having Heartland Shaman, like, yes, it sucks, right? But I think I have to put myself in the position to win, and this is how I do it. They have one card in hand. They might just grit. They might just grit. Okay, another Blaze Scene is fine. Don't care about that. I'm gonna have to take a hit here, but I'm okay with that. I think if they had removal or any interaction, they would play it, so I'm not gonna stress here. I'm not gonna flash at the moment because the things go wrong. Next turn might be more brutal. I'm gonna wait on that. Okay, so now here's the window. This is the window. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, play first name class. See if it resolves. I'm gonna get this as there's really no reason not to. Then I can play my Axebane Guardian, so I'm gonna always yield to it. Then I can tap this one for 3 blue, and I'm just going to play this guy, right? So this is the combo. I have infinite mana, and I have infinite draw. As long as my opponent sees this, I will be able to heal them. Now, if they have a dispel or a piece of interaction, then, that is unfortunate, but I don't think they do. I'm going to combo heal. I'll kind of demonstrate this loop real quick for those who want to see it, but then I'm just going to kind of fast forward here. I'm going to flicker these two things with the Demonic Wall. Hopefully they don't have any interaction. If they do, then, not good for me, but I think they would have done something if they did. So yeah, they don't have any interaction. Their hand is probably empty. And we just kind of start going off here. So I'm going to say yes. And you can see here now that I can flicker these two, and we just keep doing it. So yeah, we're just going to start going through the motions. And yeah, I will see you in a little bit. Oh yeah, long story short, I had infinite mana, I flickered Oracle a bunch, and yeah, eventually had my summon multiples, and yeah, kill them with those. I also independently attack with my 2/2 Oracles as well, or my 2/4s, but yeah, I did not show the money because there's no reason to, but now they use this map to 8 Hammer Hill. So now that I think they're aware of that, I am considering bringing in Hydroblast over Prohibit. The reason being is I'm afraid of Heartland Shaman. That card is kind of concerning. I think because of that, I can probably cut Nature's Claim because of Hydroblast. If you want, maybe when I introduce, I can do something like this. That way I still have a hat call for maybe a top net deadly dispute or something like that, but at the same time, I think dealing with that seems to me somewhat important. I have Fiery Cannon, which actually seems really good now because it deals with Disciple, it deals with Frostbite, and it deals with the 0/1 flyer. I forgot the name. But yeah, it deals with all those. I'm not sure if I want to set in because I think it can be pretty bad randomly. Maybe I do. It might be better than Moment's Peace, but maybe there's an argument to just cut the teachings entirely and play Handmade and just maybe even cut the first aid class combo, but and just rely on like a really shaman heal. There might be an argument for that. I'm not 100% certain. I would have to think. I'll be 100% honest. I would have to play this matchup more, but I do think there's probably some earth sideboarding in there that is a little bit more coherent than what I'm kind of putting together. But yeah, I think I'm gonna mull it in. This hand is just too slow. Affinity is so brutal. This hand is better. Oddly, I think I'm bottom of Molnifer because I have so many of them, and Ephemerate and Molnifer seems really good. Yeah, I'm just on the bottom of Molnifer and hope like I top it really shaman and get a free win. But yeah. Alright, so that was a great draw, so I can Abundant Growth my land here. Come on, Early Shaman one time. No. I have a Battlement though, that card's really good. That is the ideal draw. So cannot complain about that. Alright, Overworld Battlement. Things are coming up Millhouse. Although, to be fair, the scary part about this net is that they haven't Heartland Shaman. It'll all come crumbling down. But if they don't, I think what I'll do next turn is I will play out my Axebane Guardian, leaving up Ephemerate to protect my creatures. There might also be the argument to just go Molder for Ephemerate. It really depends on what they do here. There are two very good lines, but if they're just holding open mana, I don't hate just playing the Axebane. Alright, so the Healing Art Yai, that's fine. Don't mind that. And yeah, now I'm just going to play the Axebane and hope he also doesn't die. They do not have blue mana here, which is really, really critical for us, because if they have a lot of Thought Cast effects, it means that they're just stranded in their hand. Typically, the only blue cards these decks play are Thought Cast, maybe like some Dispels and, Hydroblast and stuff like that in the sideboard, but in terms of the main board, it's mostly Hydroblast. Or Thought Cast, excuse me. So, they haven't been doing much, so it makes me wonder if their hand is maybe very reactive or if it's very proactive, and they're just like stuck on colored sources. This draw has been a lot less frightening than some of their other ones. Okay, they're playing an Ichor Wellspring, that's fine. Hopefully no Galvanic Blast. Okay, they have another Galvanic Blast. So now is the time to draw a land. Okay, did not draw the land. What do I want to do here? Do I want to emote a Molnifer or play an Axebane? I'm going to emote the Molnifer. It is a little bit of a gamble in that, if I miss on the land, I'm going to feel kind of unlucky. Okay, so I hit a land. It's not the land I wanted, but it counts. It hit a land. And yeah, so we have a land drop. That's good. We're not in like the worst shape I've ever been in, but it could always be better. We have an amount wall here. What do I want to do? I think I'm actually just going to go play the Sunscape and then emote a Molnifer. I don't care if it dies. I just want to keep drawing cards because I need to like hit my land drops and stay ahead. And if I don't do that, I'm gonna be in pretty bad shape. We're playing an Alien Dispute here, which is fine. Not really thrilled about it, and I'm surprised they didn't do it on their main phase because they could just like Omnit Immune Forcer or like a Frostbite, and they're just not giving themselves that opportunity. So I think that's a little bit weird there, but I get it. Alright, well, we are getting kind of close to setting up what we need. We have the first day of class, we have the Axebane, and the Hammer is starting to come together. We just have to hope that they don't have anything too frightening here. Oof, another Deadly Dispute, yeah. That card with Ichor Wellspring is very, very good. It's basically a 3-mana draw 4. It's just an insane rate for Pauper. Yeah. Okay, so they have another Yamonic Blast. They have been drawing all the Yamonic Blasts. You know, lucky for them. I'm gonna just play this out because I want to hit my land drop, but also, well, that counts. I don't want to just like play this guy out and then do nothing. And I think the odds of them having the 4th Galvanic Blast are pretty low. Like you can only have so many pieces of interaction before I'm worried about it. And if they want to start cutting their artifacts at my guy using makeshift munitions, I'm fine with that. I don't really care. They have a 3rd Deadly Dispute. Ugh, that'd be really brutal. Yeah, they have a 3rd Deadly Dispute. Yep, that is unfortunate. Churning through their library right now. That is. I mean, I've had what triple Molnifer. I mean, I haven't asked all of them, but still, that's pretty frightening that they've been able to do all of that, and it still might not be enough. So, yeah, that is definitely concerning. We can still lose this game. I don't think I'm in the worst shape, but I mean, you know, just takes up with the cycles up the top, and yeah, things can get kind of dicey. I'm going to try and blue blast their munitions. I'm probably gonna have a pirate blast for it because I've seen so many cards at this point. But I suppose if they're playing Heart Clan Grunt and they have like Disciple, Disciple, Disciple in the Heart Clan Grunt, that might kill me. I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. Another Wellspring. Okay. Well, if they have the fourth deadly dispute, that's gonna be kind of frightening. You know? Looks like they have the fourth Galvanic Blast, that is. Oh, no, they have a Thought Gas. Okay. And they have another Reinforcer. Alright, alright. Oh, it's a Heartland. I don't care about that. If they want to, like, start sacking their treasures and all that, yeah, this is fine. It's annoying, but it's fine. We are going to have to find another way to deal with these Reinforcers, but honestly, I still think if I top that a Molnifer, I could make it work. So they're sacking their Great Furnace, which I think is a little weird. I wouldn't just sack the treasure because Great Furnace doesn't go away. What is... Okay, that is bizarre. That is very bizarre, I'll be honest. Alright, so what's the line here? What is the play? Okay, I think the line is this. So I'm going to play Sunscape. Then I'm going to just get rid of this because I don't really want to deal with it. And then I'm going to go Remote Monitor, Ephemerate, draw 4. This gives me, you know, if I absolutely need it, a blocker for the Blaze Fiend. It does mean that I don't get to, you know, ephemerate my Drifter. I might have to ephemerate the Sunscape, but this does put me in a pretty good spot. Okay, so I even have a really Shaman. So, okay, we might be able to control this. It's gonna be kind of close, but if I can, you know, if they don't have like an outrageous Sun of Draws here, you know, they just play some artifacts and pass, I might be able to live. Okay, they have the fourth dispute, which really did not want to see that. Yeah, I might have to block here. I heard. Yeah, this is gonna get tough really quick. Gonna get tough really quick. And this might be a pass down. Crap. Okay, so they have it pass down and okay, another lace feed. Well, this is 18. I'm not blocking. I'm not blocking. I don't think it's the right play. Oops, where are you? Where you at? Okay, there we go. The reason why I'm not blocking is when I block, I don't give myself any outs. Okay, so, what is the play here? Is there even a play? I think the option here is, you know, Pulse Marasa, targeting... I think I'm going to target Sunscape. Yeah, let's do that. Let's target the Sunscape. And then I won't play it. And if they haven't Dispel, then, you know, you got me fair and square. But I don't think it's correct to play around that at this stage. I'm going to just get my Moment's Peace and just buy myself some time. Buy myself some time, try not to die. Because if I can avoid dying here, I'll be in really good shape. Okay, okay, so that works. That went through. That's really big. I don't think they're going to have... I mean, they used so many pieces of interaction. They used 3 Galvanic Blast, they used 1 Heartland Shaman, 1 Cast Down, and drawn all 4 Deadly Disputes. Like, they're starting to run out of things to do. And I've gotten rid of their makeshift munitions as well. Like, it might be running out of gas, and that's really, really good for me. It's going to buy me a lot of time. And the next turn, what I can do is I can play my early Shaman, blow up 3 other lands, and then if I absolutely have to, I can Fiery Cannonade and block all their Enforcers and still not die. What heals me here? I think Heartland Shaman is definitely... Okay, don't care about munitions because you have to sap most of your stuff anyways, so it's totally fine with me. Alright, so do I want to... Do they have a Pirate Blast or something? I think the answer is yes, they could. I think I'm going to lead off on it early Shaman. For now, I'm going to just blow up this. Right, just start blowing up your lands. Right, and then when I just start hunting them at my early Shaman and at my face, totally fine with me. Okay. So now I'm going to hunt this at... Or eat this, right, just start taxing their mana, eating it all up. Oh, they dealt me... This is close. They had the Outblast here, I do die. Oh wait, they didn't go after my monkey. That's interesting. Well, I think I have to do it here, right? There's just no option for me. But if they have it out less, I am dead. Yeah, they can move me out there. So there maybe is thought that I should have led with the Hydro Blast, now that I think about it, because this would have motivated them to maybe not burn my face, and then I wouldn't have been dead to the Outblast. So that might be wrong. That might be wrong. I might have made a mistake there. Might have made a mistake there. Although, to be fair, I think if they were smart, they probably wouldn't have done this anyways, because it doesn't look like they have anything. Okay. So they're gonna kill my early shaman. They sack one of the what's this art called? The lace fiend. There we go. And yeah, we're just gonna eat Moment's Peace and do it all over again. And pray that they don't have any piece of interaction and that they just, you know, don't have us. Don't kill me, please. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so we're still in it. We're holding on to our we're holding on. What do I want to do? I think what I'm supposed to do here is I'm gonna do Mnemonic Wall. Yeah, I'm gonna Mnemonic Wall, Ephemerate, Pulsamarasa, I think. I'm gonna ram the Axebane here. I think I want the Sunscape. Right, it's pretty close. Yeah, next turn I'm gonna be throwing my stuff under the bus. But they have to make this lane scene really, really big, and I don't think they can. Like, they can make it up 2, maybe 4 power hard, but I don't see them making it, like, 10 powered. Okay, well, that might cause problems. So I have to block 3 of these things, but I can do that, so I'm not that worried. Like, 1, 2, 3, and if they have it out last time, I'm not playing to lose, or to not lose, I'm playing to win, so, yeah, this is fine. Get map my Ephemerate. Okay, so what's the play here? Do I even have any lines that win me this on the spot? What I can do is I can, Fiery Cannonade. I'm short on colors, never mind. I think I can make this work, right? Let's out. So I go, Sunscape, Overgrown, into Axebane. So the set for 4, then I go Ephemerate you, it maps you, start making tons of mana with the Flicker, but then what do I do? Then what do I do? I don't have a payoff is the problem. I don't have a payoff, right? But I do have a ton of mana, so... no, actually, well, we'll see. I'm just gonna go for it because, I think this is what I have to do. Play you, eat you, I don't know, ham you, tap you for green, play you, tap you for, I have white, red, blue. Well, I can go, Cannonade, Ephemerate, Cannonade. It does heal this guy and this guy, but it leaves them with nothing, and yeah, I'm going for it. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. Let Ephemerate you. Grab my Fiery Cannonade. And then do it all again. So this leaves them with nothing. They have to stop getting Outlast. If they have it, they have it. If they don't, they don't. And I probably win. Alright, we got this. This is gonna be very close one. I have to heal him quickly, but I think I can do that. So here I can grab Pulse Marasa. I can Pulse Bat a Molniffer, so now their top nets aren't even doing anymore. Whatever. I'm just gonna ask them, yeah. Yeah, and we'll just mess. So I'm gonna just start hitting them with Molniffers. I gotta keep the ball rolling now. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing, and then yeah, I should be good here. I might have to cut the video if I need to go fast. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, so we're met. I apologize that I had to cut it there. It was ending a little tight at the end, and I wanted to make sure I got the match. And, to be quite honest, recording and, playing it all out can be a little intense, so I cut it, or I stopped recording, and I just kind of, I was recording, but I stopped commentating, and I just, you know, playing it out as quickly as I could, as you know, getting out all the mold creatures and attacking them normally over the course of several turns can be a little time consuming, but that was a scary match. I honestly think part of the reason we won was that my opponent never saw a Disciple in, like, their top, uh, 40 cards. Like, had this on one of these guys with the munitions in play, I probably would have died at some point. I think we definitely got a little lucky there at the end. I mean, they had some pretty good draws in that they had a ton of interaction and removal early on. You know, it was definitely rough. It definitely got a little close for comfort at times. But I might have missed the line here and there, so there was a ton going on. But yeah, that was cool. We're 2-0, which is awesome. Only need one more win for the 3-2, and then we can get our one treasure chest. But let's shoot for higher than that. So yeah, see you guys in match 3. All right, we are back for the third match. Let's look at our opening hand. Ugh, this is awkward. If this was like a land, instant heat, but cannot heat the one land, unfortunately. I'll eat it. The hand is really rough. This mountain has been really awkward. Maybe it's problem. It might be wrong to be playing the mountain, honestly. Maybe it could just be something else. The tough part is that in the matchup where you really want the Pyroblast and the early shamans and the candidates, it can be really helpful to have that mountain. Maybe it should be a sideboard card. I'm not 100%. I'm gonna keep the hand, but I'm not really thrilled with it. It's pretty awkward. I think I probably correct bottom the Ghostly Flicker, to be honest. Ever since this net lost Prophetic Prism, Ghostly Flicker has become really awkward, and it's only a 1-of for that reason. When you need it to combo, it's great. When you have all your guys in play and you're ready to start flickering for value, it's great. But otherwise, it's really awkward. I used to play too, and then I kept drawing them, and I'd be like, ugh, not yet, not yet. And I eventually went down to 1, and I think that's acceptable. Alright, so we're going to play an island, and we're going to pass the turn. I could lean on mountain to try to throw them off a little bit, but I would rather play island. That might be relevant. So they're on Boris Bully. Okay, I'm gonna lean on a mountain. I kind of want to throw them off our scent a little bit and make them kind of have to guess what we're doing. I look like I'm fairies right now. If I can kind of, you know, trip them up a little bit, seems like it might be relevant. Oh, you know what? I removed the stops. Yeah, this is fine. I removed the stops in the last match because I was concerned of timing out. So yeah, let's not do that. I'm not gonna play the abundant growth just yet. I think there is some value in bluffing here. Maybe I could go like forest abundant growth sunscape, but the problem with that is I don't get to have protection or the Sunset Familiar, which is not great. I definitely value that card not dying, so yeah. I'm gonna let Looting resolve. If they're like in top net mode or something, you could make the argument to fight over that card, but not really something I'm concerned about. Oh, Drum. Okay, so that's interesting. Yeah, give some mana, I suppose, but other than that, I'm not really. Yeah, this is fine. Well, they have like a lot of life gain, but they don't seem to have much removal right now, and yeah, I'm okay with that. What is my ideal turn? Well, I'm gonna go abundant growth on the mountain because the most awkward land here, and then I can play Sunscape Familiar. I might want to have Prohibit up or a Bolt. Yeah, so I forgot they have this. I thought they were tapped out. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So if they have another Bolt, it kinda sucks, but not really, because the following turn I can just play a Moldifer out, and then that would stonewall most of what they're doing. So, yeah, it's not the worst. They could have, like, a journey here, but even then, how bad is this for me, really? They had to invest in journey to kill my things. They're probably gonna need to go, like, Battle Street here, which, could be a problem if they have, like, a quick rally that passes. They have it, I suppose. There is maybe an argument to just play Mnemonic Wall out here as a way to kind of fight the rally line, but to be quite frank, I would rather just get the Moldifer down while I can. It will draw me cards for the future and give me more options down the line. And it, might draw me into more blockers. So, yeah, something to keep in mind. What do they have here? Okay, the flashing mat, the looting, great news for me because they don't have rally. And they're getting rid of some mat cards. They have a land in hand along with one unknown. Yeah, things are looking great. If they want to attack, they can, but I don't think they're incentivized to do so. Which is, once again, really great for me. I'm going to play the other Sunset in here. Don't really care if they interact with it. Play my other Oracle here. I will take another Molnifer, and then I will place them at Root Chamber and return a Forest. Okay, so they're going to play Thrilling Discovery, which means they have to draw 3 new cards and get rid of the army that is in their hand. Which was a Sacred Hat and 8 Plains. Fine with me. So they have a Squadron Hawk. I am a little bit concerned about a potential rally here, so I think next turn it might be correct to just mnemonic wall up my Prohibit, because this ensures that I won't randomly die through a quick rally, which could definitely happen here. They can just rally, and then I'm in trouble. If they attack here, I think it's a pretty big signal that they do have a rally. But they would lose a decent number of guys, so I don't know how effective that would be. We'll have to wait and see. Looks like they're playing their cat, which is fine. Yeah, they're gonna gain some life here. I'm just gonna always yield to these. Life gain is not really that critical, I don't think. I mean, I guess them having life kind of sucks for me, but at the same time, we can just fault lock them, and that should be enough to kind of discourage them. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. Play Mnemonic Wall, grab my counter spell, and then just pass the turn. I want to have counters up for a potential rally, and this prevents them from just going like rally slash not rally. And I don't really care about filling discovery at this stage in the game. I just care more about a rally. That is more or less my top priority. So, and to be fair, my blockers more or less are discouraging them from attacking because they have like I think what 4 flyers at this stage, so they can throw a couple under the bus, but not really something I'm like concerned about at this point in the game. Oh, this is a journey. It's just another squadron hut. Yeah, that's fine. So they're tapped out. I can switch now because they have no mana. So yeah, I have him up for a rally. I don't believe they can heal me. Oh, that's such a great draw. Okay, now I'm just in easy mode. I'm gonna play this out, and yeah, I'm just gonna chill. What I can do here is I can just essentially fault lock them now. It's gonna be really hard for them to get out of it. The best part is I can wait for them to kind of go all in on a rally, and then just early teachings for fight, and then just kill them. So I can also just teachings for ephemerate and see if they care. Yeah, that's not really something I'm too worried about. Like, they're gonna gain a ton of life here, but at the same time, their clock is lower than mine, and they have fewer cards in net than I do, so but yeah, I'm gonna go, teachings. Wow, there's a decent amount of lag. I might have to restart this. But yeah, I'm gonna go teachings, ephemerate my wall, grab the teachings, yes sir, teachings, grab, a moment's peace, so like, they see it, like, it's here. And then, yeah, we'll just do what we have to do, right? I think this is lethal, and yeah, this is the Tron gameplay, right? We just do what Tron knows and just fault lock people. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm gonna actually tap my Overlord Battlement. I would rather. It's like this produces a lot of green, and I don't really care about green. I used to play my Abundant Growth. Wow, Magic Online is really lacking. This that does lock up Magic Online pretty hard. So, oh, they're conceding. Okay, that's great. Yeah, I might have to restart Magic Online. So, yeah, this net is definitely one to lock it up. In terms of sideboarding, I really like Fiery Cannon in this matchup because they typically don't even prismatic frames. I don't think Mercenary class armor is really necessary. I don't think it's that valuable. I do think having some moment pieces are fine. Honestly, I don't hate just going all in on Cannonade. Wiping away their stuff seems really great. Prohibit is fine. Yeah, I don't have any issues with that. I can probably cut like 1 Oracle, and I'll submit it. Alright, we're back. Magic Online is less lighty, and yeah, kind of great. It really rides on the back of Abundant Growth. If that card was not in this hand, it would be unplayable, but that is why we play Abundant Growth. That card is Amazing. In terms of the hand in general, it's really good. Monitor was a fantastic draw, but it's really good at just sort of slowing your game plan down. The one card I'm probably scared of the most is Monarch. If it opens enough to interact with, and like last game they didn't have Monarchs. It was like not the worst, but when they have it, it's pretty frightening. Yeah, they have it like double hot here, but I'm really not that worried. Play a Sunscape here, and then just start playing my Yayas out if they want to like waste removal, like that. It's great for me because it slows them down. Is fantastic. I'm not gonna fetch like a red source here. What I'm going to do most likely is cycle activate to get a white source or a Sunscape, and then take it from there. This Ash Barons really kind of ensures that, oh wow, double screen. Okay. The Ash Baron really kind of helps ensures that, or excuse me, the Abundant Growth really helps ensure that we have all the colors we need. So, I'm not too worried about that. So I'm gonna play an app Spain out. One of the things I really like about this net is you just play out all your walls, your opponent's like removing them, and then you just like play a monitor or something, or like play a fiery candidate and wipe their board. Like I think they're gonna be in trouble if they don't have monarch, and it does make me wonder if I should be holding this monitor. I think I should just be jamming because the longer I wait, the likelier they have something like Pyroblast. I'm just gonna run it out. If they have it, they have it. But yeah, they unfortunately do. They have a red blast. Right? Not so but that is how it is. But I believe we have most of the info on their hand. Once again, this boils down to either me drawing a blue creature and them not drawing Monarch. If that does not occur, we're gonna be in pretty okay shape. So the question here is, when do I fire out this candidate, right? Alright, well, another monitor. Don't mind if I do. Alright, that is very unfortunate. Yeah, that was the best draw, and they decided another Pyros. Not a ton I can do about that. Maybe there was merit to holding there. They're playing their last slot here. Well, now we know all the cards in their, or none of the cards in their hand. See if they have the third blast effect. Hopefully I draw something good. That counts. Yep. Please keep giving me hard draw. I'll run out of Pyroblast at some point, right? How this works. Mystical Teachings. Don't mind if I do. Now, if they attack here, do I, like, they need to have bolt for me to be honest, and I think what I want to get, pull some Marasa because it gives me some life, and it puts them in kind of a bind. So now I get that Monitor, I gain some life, which cast it, I play a Bounce Land, which planes. The question here is if I want to moment. I think I don't. I think I can go to 10. And that's fine. Requires 4 lightning bolts to kill me. Like, that's a lot. Ooh, another aspect. I like that. One of the things that's gonna be really kind of funny here is if they have like flaring pain or something. I'm going to moment cease. I don't want to die now. If they flaring pain, I can be like, yes sir. And then from there I can fire, and then they can't prevent that damage anymore. I'm gonna play this guy out now. And they're done. Alright. Easy, easy. Alright, so we are back for match number 4. This hand is a risk, but I like to gamble. We really need to draw an island or a abundant growth, but the rest of this hand is pretty good. Um, okay, so we're up against Burn, which is fine. It's a terrible matchup. I don't mind losing. Okay, so we lose first anyway, so all for the end well, I suppose. But, um, the main question here, what do we, expect them to have, right? It looks like they might have a needle. Um, no, okay, they hit their land up. They don't have a thermo here. So if they have a thermo, I'm pretty concerned. If they don't, I feel like we can be in okay shape. Yeah, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run out the overrun battlements, and I'm going to block no matter what. Now, this does open me up to Green Blaze, but I'm not too worried. Not too worried about that because you know, certain players will be live anyways, that uh, blocking here is totally acceptable in my mind. You know, land plays, like, it sucks, but it was gonna suck anyway, right? They were gonna do it no matter what. And this way, I sort of damage, and I can follow up with a C8 Oracle. So I still have a blocker. Essentially saying myself one damage. I'm gonna take the bounce lane here because I value the ability to block, and yeah, I think that's gonna be pretty important. Do I want to hold it Prohibit? I think I do. Because if they're playing at the Lava Smite, it means they have more burn, right? It just means they have more burn. So I should just play it safe, maybe represent something. Yeah, so they're in a and they have Fire Blast, I'm dead, but they're in a ret list. Yeah, I'm not letting you go too. If they have a blast, I was already dead to that, couldn't really stop it. So, looks like they have the blast. Oh, they have Chain Lightning. Yeah, that also actually does it. Funny enough. Yep, nope, you got me. You got me fair and square. If they didn't have the thermo, I might have had a shot there, but it would have been close for sure. I still think dealing with the Reckless Impulse was the right call because that card is pretty frightening. So we're gonna bring in the weathers and we're gonna bring in the Hydroblasts. Nature's Claim also seems like it has sets in the matchup. Honestly, first aid class and moment space, not really that important. In a hut, the deep analysis, so I'm not really a fan of it. I could get rid of Rain Revelation. The hard is kind of slow, and teaching is probably gonna get Weather Impulse anyways the first go around. Maybe an Overgrown Battlement. It's not like super critical. I've been able to beat Burn, don't get me wrong, but it does require drawing pretty specific hate. This hand is so close to being good. It's just a question of, am I okay with gambling? I'll risk it. It's really close. I think you can make an argument for mulliganing this hand, and I would not fault you in the slightest. This hand is really close to just, going where it needs to be, that I think it's worth trying. But I could get punished. I could just never draw what I need like that, and feel awkward. So that is definitely a possibility. Okay, so they're missing land drops. And we are missing colors. So it's kind of awkward in that, if we hit a blue source, we could go off to the races, but we are giving them time, which is not great. You do not want to give the bird player time. That is not how you capitalize in this matchup. Well, we have the mana. We just need the colors. I'm not gonna play the mountain yet because I don't think it's that critical. But yeah, we are in rough shape. We are really in rough shape. I mean, they're in rough shape too, but like, they're just okay. I'm taking the ass bait and praying that it doesn't die. I don't know if it will. I feel like if they had a bolt, they would have used another guys by now. But they might. I mean, they know how land where. Oh, that's right after my face. That's really bad. Okay, that's not a land. Okay, I'm kind of scared, but I think we have to go for it. I'll go 1-2. No, 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 no. I'll go 1-2. Play this one. I'm gonna get my stuff out now while I can. Another motive for I'm gonna emote the first one actually, because I do think saving my mana here might be useful. Also, it gives me a target plus some Marasa, which I think is important. Oh, weather. That makes life really easy. Okay. That makes life really, really easy. Okay, we have this one in the bag. We got kinda lucky here, I'll be honest, but yeah, weather the storm is really, really good. Really, really good. Number one in the storm, I've also heard on occasion is really, really good. I'll play weather. I'll play another weather. letting the set go, letting it go wild. And yeah, now we're just chilling. I mean, I think at this point we just have infinite mana, so at this point we're just looking to draw more multipliers and oracles and mnemonic walls and really anything will work at this point. But I want to throw this back at them. I do. You know what, opponent? Thank you for asking. I would like to do this. Yay, they're conceding. Okay, my own chain lightning never resolved. Yeah, it's nice to have one on the board. Let's see if we can do it again. Hmm. I don't like this hand. It doesn't do enough for me. I'm minimal. I like this hand. What do I want at bottom? Think the actions. I have nothing to do, so I'm just gonna yield here. They might have a needle drop, so that is... Nope, okay, here's some thermo. Well, we're gonna need to deal with that. Let you know, you enchant my weird mountain, and then get rid of the thermo before it ever becomes a problem. The question is, what do I do in the next turn? There might be merits to healing their 1-1, but I feel like I have so many blockers, I shouldn't be caring about that card. But it is a repeatable source of damage. Yeah, this is tough. Hmm. Do I heal the 1-1? Could they heal me next turn? Realistically, yes. I think I have to just out the monitor. It's not great, but I feel like if I just do nothing, I'm not progressing my game plan, and I need to get myself like that. Okay, so I need to get myself out of them just having nothing, like maybe they have some steering places in hand or something, and then the following turn I can play an Oracle's blocker, and then have Hydro Blast up for the following turn. Now, could they have like bolt heal you? Yes, but if they had it, it was gonna be rough for me anyways. So, oh, that's so good. Okay, that's really really sweet. Okay. You're not expect that to come up, but yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take the forest. I don't really think I had a choice there. Yeah, so I have a blocker now, which is really great. I am wondering. Okay, so their hand must be all good cards, as they're not activating. Oh, Molten Rain. Yeah, no, I don't like that one. That's interesting that they have Molten Rain. Huh. We're not expecting that. Are they gonna Fire Blast me here? That would be kind of funny because I can Nature's Claim to effectively undo it. Kind of weird, but that is something at my disposal. Yep, deal. Alright, I'm at 1. Ooh, that's a good one. I like that. I like that. I'm going to ephemerate, see what I can find. Oh. So now what I can do is, if they do play a burn spell, I have two light games, so it's gonna be really hard for them to just, like, kill you, you know? But watch this. Y'all ready? You ready? You ready, opponent? I don't think you're ready. It's funny. And then, wait. I don't think you're ready. I don't think you're ready. Boom. Yeah. I'm gonna cycle this as well because I bottomed the teachings and I want to get it back. I'm gonna get 8 planes here, I think. It doesn't really matter if I can get another blue source out this, but yeah, I'm in really good shape now. I'm not like guaranteed to win, right? Oh, mnemonic wall, yes please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play you. Give me my ephemerate. Wow, I think we might get this one. I think we might get it, folks. I'll just grab a Hydro Blast. They might have something, but yeah, shout out to Abundant Wrath. Keeping me loyal. That's funny. Alright, so we meet Burn, which is not a great matchup. But yeah, Nature's Claim barely got it done for us. Alright, so we're back for the 5th and final round. I'm gonna keep. This hand has a decent turn, so we turn to Battlement, into Oracle into Molnifter. Oof, we're against Affinity. Not a great matchup. Not a great matchup, but it is we have sideboard cards and Affinity is still one of the best decks, right? It can burn you out from nowhere. Disciple is still really hard to deal with game 1, so it happens. But, yeah, our new Ultimate very high to us. We're not, like, all in on this Overgrown Battlement. If they kill it, we're not, like, screwed in terms of our mana development. Ooh, Ethereum Spinner. Okay, so they're a different build. That is kind of cool. I'm gonna tap my Battlement here. Ooh, do I want you, or do I want the Aspane? I think I want the Aspane. And I'm gonna play my Bounce now. Violet Hand, because, I'm not using any more mana this turn. Might as well eat out the tap land. Violet Hand. Ethereum Spinner is pretty neat. I saw this card being discussed as a potential option in Affinity, but I think the issue with it is that you only have so many options to use. So, like, you have, like, Thought Cast and your Immune Forcer, and then I think maybe Frostbite? Yeah. But that's really about it. and then not much else triggers it. So it's really hard. So I guess you can play Ear Seeker Serpent as well. And it looks like they're blue-black. It doesn't look like they're playing Erotic Blast, which is really good for me, all things considered. I am not opposed to that. Oh, they're sacking. Okay, we'll see what they have. 4 mana. Ooh, Monarch. Okay, we're playing that type of game. Well, this is a blue-black Monarch version, it looks like, which is not something I'm particularly thrilled with, in the sense that I really don't like the Monarch mechanic, but it's fine. Ooh, okay, that's a really good draw. That is a really good draw. Okay, yeah, we're doing it. I was only to emote and then, like, Ghostly Flicker, but now I don't have to, and I get, Prohibit. I'm feeling like I'm in really good shape, so yeah, I'm just gonna hold up Prohibit and, yeah, put them in a tough spot. So I think we might be able to race their Monarch now if, yeah, we put them in rough shape. They're gonna play a Star here. They might Elite Dispute. If they do, I think I'm going to counterspell it. Just because my Ephemerate already has a target in Sea Oracle, so I'm not super worried in that regard. Yeah, just another Star is fine. It's not generating tokens. It's not really doing anything that I'm concerned about. So yeah. Imagine if this was like Psy Master Thopterus, that would be kind of frightening. But it's really not that bad. It's just making it's like a Pauper version of Master Thopterus. So yeah, it's concerning, but at the same time, not too bad. I'm not sure what this is. Looks like they're playing an Angler. Ooh, okay. Alright, you got an Angler. You got the Angler. Honestly, at this point, I don't mind just taking it easy. Yeah, okay, so they're gonna hit me for 1, that's fine. Next turn, they're probably gonna hit me for 6. Yeah, they definitely don't want to lose a Monarch, so... But I'm drawing 2 cards off my Monitor. I do like the best card there in Ephemerate, so... Feeling pretty okay here. If they haven't had a spell or cast it down, I can prohibit that, so... I'm not too worried. Here, the question is... What do I play? And I think the answer is just the Mnemonic Wall, ramming the Ephemerate. So they have a counterspell here, yes, but I can counter that. Yeah, so they have a counterspell like I thought. Now I get to say, no thank you. And, yeah, play my Mnemonic Wall. Ram my Ephemerate. Say, yes please. And then I think I just earn the Forest. Yeah, it's a tough call to make, but I think it is the Forest. But it's definitely close. Am I have it cast down here? No, they just have a Wellspring, okay. No dispute, please. One time, just have a handful of counterspells. This is actually the one time where I'm like, yeah, you can have like a couple counterspells. I'd be okay with that. Yeah, I don't want them to like have an instant raise here. I don't think we're in that meta shape. We're keeping up with the Monarch and all their card draw. Yeah, I'm okay. We're under some pressure, but I'm okay with my position right now. Okay, like yeah, they're starting to get a lot going for sure, but I don't think I'm too worried. I don't think I'm too worried. Just we can start making blocks and hopefully be okay. This could get dicey if they have. Oh wow, Manetta? Wow, that is something. Okay, you got it. Do I want to go? Okay, I think this is what I do. I go white, white, tap you, boom. Okay, so now I'm going to emote my Mole Drifter from hand. They will probably counterspell this one if they have it counterspell. We're going to attempt to draw it card. That was an amazing draw. That was like the best draw we could have asked for. Yeah, so they're going to counterspell that. I'm just going to say, no way. I'm going to draw my cards now. I think I'm okay playing this because it had a counterspell. It still gets me anyways, so... Oh, Pulse of Marasa is fantastic. Yeah, Pulse of Marasa is amazing. Genuinely think Abundant Growth is what I get rid of at this point because I don't really need it. Mana is not much of a concern, so we're gonna just Moment Piece here. This should really help. Okay, so they're gonna Dispute now, which is fine. Like, if they have a counterspell, they have a counterspell, but it has to be the third one, and Yeah, so this will resolve now, so now I'm not even worried about them killing me, and then I'm gonna have my ephemerate going. They need to have either more removal or more countermat hit, but either way, I'm not too concerned, because they have no reach, and they have, at this point, I'm gonna start locking them out, so I'm not, like, super concerned about where I'm at right now. Alright, so we're gonna attempt to ephemerate here on the wall, see if they have a counter speller, it has down. They do not, alright. Take my little ephemerate here. I'll take this one, yes sir. Ooh, another Axebane. Don't mind if I do. Actually, hold up. Let's just tap, the bounce land. Yeah, I want to make sure I tap my mana appropriately. So, now I think what I'm going to do here is just tap this guy, because I might as well. Then I can play a mnemonic wall. I can grab a prohibit. This will really put them into a bind. I can say, yes, I want that. And then I believe on their upkeep, I should be ephemerating. Yes, I like that. I like that a lot. Because this ensures that if they do have anything, it's not going through. Or if they want to have a fight, it will be on their turn, not my turn. So now I can grab a Moment's Peace. And then I can play Moment's Peace. Okay, so we got game one. Let's see if we can get this trophy. I'm feeling it. I feel it. Alright, so I think the real shaman is really going to be randomly good at robbing them. It doesn't really look like we have to ammo, although it might be nice. It might be nice, so I might want to keep them keep it to catch them off guard. I think I can probably cut the deep analysis, maybe like one oracle, something like that. We'll try this in this shot. Yeah, I'll keep it. It's, like, a little slow, but, at the same time, it has a really shaman, so, like, I have the mountain, which is something I did not have before. Yeah, like, the hand is definitely a little slow, but, I think we can make it work. Ooh. Flicker, not ideal, but, it is what it is. Do nothing. No, they have a blood fountain. Alright, do I wanna play an Axebane Guardian, or do I wanna just do nothing? I don't hate running out the Guardian. It's like, it forces them to have removal, right? And they know, and I might be able to just don't really shaman around you, so not the worst. And if they do have removal, then they're not playing it right here. So they might be in the spot of, well, he doesn't have a ton of stuff, I might be able to get a window, like, we'll see. They could have a vendetta, which would be really bad. Oh, they don't. Oh, hey, that's good. That's good. This is fine. I'll play you out. Yeah, play the monkey. I will blow up that land. You might hear about this? Not really. Not really. I don't mind just sitting here doing nothing. Because if they have to use removal, I can just be like, yep, you use your mana for the turn, and now I can kill your blood token. They're gonna attack first, which is understandable. Yep. Probably cast down on the monkey. Oh, really? Okay. Well, now this game got interesting. I'm gonna blow up your land though, or your blue token though, because you can't use it. Your blood token, whatever you want to call it, but yeah, that's great news. So, now I'm going to, I guess it doesn't really matter how I tap, right? Just go like this and chill. I guess if they have more removal, they could maybe cut me out colors, but I mean, I have a seat in Oracle's blocker, like, I have some time. If they have removal, they have to use it on the early shaman though, so it's gonna be kind of awkward for them. And this should give me the mana burst that I really want. Oh wow, Hannah's units. Hmm. Oh, even the battlement, yeah, fine. I think I still want the money. I still want the money. Just robbing them left and right seemed really good. Next turn when I can do is I can go, at Spain, Sunscape, do all that jazz, and play the Sunscape. I think I want to hit the island here. Just for improving my mana situation. Ooh, Moment's Peace is really good. I like that card. I'll hit him for one, why not? I think I might take the hit. Yeah, I'm gonna take the hit. But I have Moment's Peace, so and it doesn't look like they have any burn. If they have Outblast, then they really trick me, but I just never I mean, they're playing Painter's Unit, so it's like, I don't think it's very likely. I don't think it's very likely. Yeah, they can't play a Mirror Enforcer. That's a bit signal that they're looking for Mirror Enforcer mana, so I think I go 1, 2, play you, and then I'm actually just going to, blow up their Blood Fountain, because this screws them. And it also means that any future immune forces are not coming out anytime soon. I don't want to hit the stars right now because those draw them cards. I would much rather just take it slow and yeah, like throw this under the bus. It's fine. I think Gorilla Shaman has a decent chance of just rolling this board that I want to kind of use that to my advantage because their affinity cards are all very difficult to play. I thought that's just fine. Alright, I will play you. I'll take you. Play this out while I can. Question is, do I want to do anything? I don't think I do yet. Not yet. Not yet. Well, there's the window. There's what I was looking for. 1, 2. I feel like if I'm reactive like this, it really puts them in a bind. Like, now they have to think, like, do I want to dispel this, or do I just not care? Yeah, I'm taking the hard draw. Like, Pulse of Mouse is nice, but Rain of Revelation is just better. So, get that out there. I don't want to, like, I want to be able to Rain of Revelation and prohibit. Ooh, they have a land. What do you have? Blow that one up. Tapping it, yep. Gonna go 1, 2, 3. Think they want to dispel this. They might. Okay. Get rid of you. I have another Moment's Peace. I can't really deal any significant amounts of damage. Oh, that's insane. That is ridiculous. Holy crap. Okay, well. We are taking this every time. Every time. Give me my earthly flicker, my man. Got heart, please. I mean, I have a blocker for you guy. I'm just gonna keep churning through my net. I'm gonna draw like 10 cards. 10 cards. Oh, we did it. 10, 5-0. 5-0, we got the trophy. Yeah, that was sweet. Technically, it was kind of like a 4-0 because first round opponent never showed up, but yeah, that's awesome. So, overall, how did the net perform, right? I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't perfect by any means. You definitely saw that there were some games where I was, like, in a tough spot, and, you know, I think that this net does have bad matchups, don't get me wrong. Like, it's not, like, a tier 1 buster net, but I think if you really enjoy playing Tron, and you miss that style of gameplay, I think this is a really good option for that style of net. You have tons of mana, right? You get these mana dorks that kind of overwhelm your opponent on removal, and it gives you possible windows for like cool ephemerate lines, which combo finish, which Tron didn't have in the past at least. I think there's more room to be explored for a net like this. You know, there's lots of things you can try out. But yeah, I mean this net was sweet. Was really, really fun to play. And yeah, I had a blast. So thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys next time.